And Lebanese Canadians Alex Naim, and wife Samira and their four daughters are big sports fans. The girls grew up watching and playing sports, and the family clothing business also had a connection because they specialized in sportswear. But Alex Naim had an idea for another business. He wanted to set up a new kind of sports facility here in Canada. Now, he spent a year doing research and then renovating an unused factory. And this month, Alex Naim and his family officially opened a sports complex called Sportira Cage in Montreal. And Alex Naim and Karina Naim join me in studio now. Hello to you both. Welcome to The Link.
Hi,
hello,
thank
Mark.
you. Nice to be here.
Well, I see you both have your shirts on indicating Sportira Cage, doing some promotion right off the bat. That's good.
Yeah.
We figured there might be a camera looking at us, so
You never can tell in
you
this
never
video.
can tell, right?
Alex, let me start with you, and I'll have you tell me a little bit about Sportira Cage. What makes this renovated factory different from, indoor sports complexes aren't necessarily new, but you've sort of modified the idea somewhat, right?
Indoor sports complexes are usually huge, big investment, and with the cage idea that I came up with is that for less money you can come up with a smaller court, and we added a bit of how can I say it? We added the cage concept to make it a bit more urban. You know, it's almost playing in the backyard,
Or the schoolyard or
or
something.
the schoolyard, etc. And we made it also for 3-on-3 sports. Many people find it difficult to find 12 or 14 people to go into a big sports complex and play with it. And a lot of people are shy. You take somebody like me that doesn't want to show off in front of other people.
I
Well,
can
if I
see
had
the shyness showing right there.
if I had a couple of people playing with me in an enclosed area, just doing what I do best, playing basketball, that would work. And it also is less costly, and it's much easier to attain.
Mm-hmm. And Karina, what did you think? You and your sisters, when Dad come up with this idea?
Well, I think since we were born, Dad comes up with an idea every 30 seconds, and it's always like, no, Dad. Like, we can't do this, Dad. It's not our industry, Dad. And then one day he's like, okay, you need to really listen to me. I think I got something. And, it's because of our company, Sportira, and we've always been in the sporting industry and everything. It just seemed like we could just branch out here, and it would go hand in hand with what we're doing right now. So we took the time, and for one time we supported him. And, when all 6 of us agree on something, which is very rare, but when we do, then we know we got something pretty strong.
Well, that brings up an interesting point, too, the 6 of you. The whole idea of family. You're from Lebanese heritage. Karina,
Right.
how did this Lebanese heritage play into the whole working together and building businesses together?
I think
Can I answer this? I've got 4 daughters, a wife, a mother and a mother-in-law, and unless they all agree, I can't do anything.
I don't. I know culture has a lot to do with it, but I think our family is something really special. We're really a force to be reckoned with, and besides our immediate family, our extended family, which is huge. We're blessed to have many, many cousins around us, aunts, uncles, everyone who have really been business oriented and who have always given us what you call carte blanche to learn and make mistakes. And from our uncles to our dad to everyone, every family business that we've been involved in, it really gave us that sense of security that you can do it, and if you fail, we'll pick up and we'll do it again. So I think my sisters and I were always backed by our parents to just do what we think we do best, and
sounds like a Naim industry.
Yeah.
Well,
It's an
actually,
empire. It's an
actually, it
empire.
is. Actually, it is. For those of people that will visit the complex, hopefully, is we have on the basketball court what we call "Enter the Fourth Degree" printed on the ground, because what the girls wanted to do is actually each own a company, and I think we're getting there. So one of my daughters is a website designer, Spherica. Another one is this financial consultant with Co-Solutions. My daughter runs the T-shirt business, TJ's.
And judging by the
Karina
Sportira
now
shirts,
is,
Exactly.
right into Sportira. So they finally accomplished what they wanted to do. They each will run their own company, and I'm very proud of them.
well, usually, or not usually, but often when you think of, shall we say, ethnic families or immigrant families, the daughters are not necessarily geared towards sports.
Well, they didn't have any boys, so they didn't have much of a choice. And I think the way we really got into sports was my uncles had have a company that's been around for over 20 years, Bulletin Athletic, that they do licensed products. So when we were very young growing up, it was more like, are the Canadians going to win because we got to print the shirts tomorrow? And in the same respect, we just got excited about, are the Canadians going to win, period. So we were watching the games and following many sports on a business level. Well, they were. And as kids, we were just, okay, well, we have to watch the game, you know? So as we grew up, we realized, okay, like it's more on a business degree, but we all just became fans, you know, and everybody around us is really sports oriented. And so that's where that all came from.
Mm-hmm. Now, again, working together with so many people, putting their advice and thoughts into an enterprise, what's that like? I mean, do you have any advice for other people who try to get into family-operated businesses?
You know, it's funny you ask that, because as I was coming up with this idea, a lot of people approached me for, getting involved in the project. And I says, you know what? Having so many people deciding, I want to do the first one. And then if that works, and I can prove that it works, then it'll be time to franchise the idea and go on with more and more. And actually, since our opening yesterday, we had four calls for franchising. And it's very exciting. But we had to do the first model based on the Naim family, and nobody else. And then from there on, the sky's the limit.
Well, what did you learn? I mean, even though you've all sort of been in business and closely tied, but this is a rather different dynamic in establishing this business. What did you learn about interaction and family interaction in a business?
I think our strength, what we did is we sat down and really delegated who's going to do what, and we all took what our strengths were. For example, my sister Yasmin, who has this website company, took care of all our marketing, developing our programs. She really did what she was best at. My other sister, with her financial consulting, she took care of all our financing, took care of all the banks and the paperwork. And my other sister, basically, we all took what our niche was and put it together instead of overstepping each other's areas. So in a way, we worked together. It just gelled. We were each a very big piece to this puzzle. And although we always, made sure that everyone was on the same page along the way, we had those weekly horrible family meetings.
I want to jump in there.
Does it need a captain at the helm, Alex?
You know what? It does, because like we always said, they have 5 votes.
That's why
I'm
there
the
captain. I get the final call.
No, what's nice about it is that this new complex, this new facility, was designed to have fun. I wanted the young and the old and the families and the competitive people, everybody to go in there and have fun. And I think as I grew with my family in a very welcoming, close environment, I wanted to put that into this complex. I get a big thrill. Sometimes she wants to kick me out of there at 11 o'clock at night. But when I see kids, having a good time with the music blasting and all that, I just want to go there and then stay there. And I think what we felt as a family has kind of moved over to this complex. And from experience so far, everybody's having a great time. And, anybody that wants to come and see it is welcome.
All right. And I'll give you a chance. I know that you're reluctant to do this, but I'll give you a chance to plug your website.
www.sportiracage.com or www.lacagesportira.com.
Here in Montreal.
That's
here
right.
in Montreal on 9600 Colbert in Anjou.
Well, Alex and Karina, thank you very much for coming in and talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Our pleasure.
And I've been speaking with Alex Naim and his daughter Karina. The Naim family has just opened kind of a new type of sports facility. It's called Sportira Cage, and it features a series of mini indoor sports fields and also a small basketball court. And once again, it's sportiracage.com.